I am stuck. I've been wanting to do my first year as an AI artist video. I've tried it like 4 different times. I've failed every time or got interrupted. And so since I've tried, a lot of things have happened. And I'm in this weird spot where I feel like my entire artistic life has sort of culminated up to this point. And it's this like weird fork in the road. And because of a lot of circumstances that I can't get into right now from a multitude of reasons, for the first time, pretty much since I started doing AI, I've been forced to sort of sit on my hands and not really create anything. I've tried to stay productive. I've tried to keep making stuff for the YouTube and my Patreon, but as far as the main projects I was working on as of right now, I'm sort of on hold and waiting for some things to come into place. Suffice it to say, it's been frustrating. I've always tried to dive into things and sort of understand how the circuitry of a business or community or whatever works, because if you're going to be an artist and you're going to try and make a living off of it, it would behoove you to do that. The only real problem is I fucking hate how the AI art sort of business is. I've been very fortunate this past year to limp along, and with my knowledge of video editing and I've already gotten client work and stuff before, so I'm kind of familiar with how that world works. I've been able to get by, as well as like different producers and investors, and I've sort of reached the end of the line, and I'm sort of not really in the same boat as anyone else in the AI community. And I've been very fortunate with the success of Lucky Larry, but as above, so below. There's a lot of things that have transpired since then and that have complicated my life in several ways. And all in all, this entire journey as Timeline Junkie has just really affected my life in a really profound way. And as I said before, I've been an artist for over 20 years in several different mediums. And I've never really been the type that can I've had plenty of normal jobs. I've worked a ton of different jobs. I'm not really a lazy person per se, but the older I get, the more I want to spend my time on the things I know I'm put on this earth to do. And I've had enough affirmation. It's like when you show people your stuff and they think it's good, or like your friends and family, that's one thing. But when strangers start reacting to your stuff like the way you want them to react, and they're saying the things that they're noticing things that you put in there for them to notice, and they appreciate it kind of in the way that you appreciate it, it's really hard to walk away from that. And things in the next few weeks could go potentially really good, or they could actually be potentially catastrophic. And I don't want to say career ending, because I just don't really believe in quitting this stuff. I don't see it that I have a choice. I'm rather addicted to it. And, but I have a family, and there are very, real realities that we're all living through in the world right now. The economy fucking sucks everywhere. Things are too expensive. The world is seemingly going to hell in a handbasket very quickly, but I don't particularly, doing the conspiracy stuff for as long as I have now, and kind of for as hard as I've gone at it, I don't really let it all get to me. I've sort of gray pilled myself to believing that it's like, you really only can control what's around you, and then beyond that, I can just control what I create and the messages I put out there. But reflecting on the past year and what I've learned, and I've met a lot of really cool people, I have a much larger video to do about sort of just the world of conspiracy theorists and sort of the business of conspiracy theory stuff, because I find that very fascinating. But for right now, I've just been thinking and just ruminating about every mistake I've made up to this point, everything I did right that is possibly jeopardized by those mistakes. I'm watching other people, and I'm not going to name names, but they're doing stuff very, very similar to what I did. And I know I was doing it before them, which is flattering on one hand, but again, with the feeling of being stuck, my Instagram account got permanently disabled due to a targeted cyber attack on me, which again, that's a story for a different day. And so I haven't had the same sort of outlet. Not that my Instagram was really all that important to me, but it was sort of where most of my fans were congregated, and it was my sort of biggest platform. But shout out to you, YouTube folks, because you guys have, I love you guys. You're great. And this is my only main platform now. Twitter is a godless hellscape of just absolute ridiculousness. And so I can't, I don't know, I can't lie. I'm just like stuck. I feel trapped in a box. I feel like I'm watching everything pass me by. And I've only really felt this way for about a month. But this is the longest I've not worked in a month or in the past year. This is and I don't feel particularly inspired because there's a lot of stuff on the line. It's a very nerve-wracking time. And I don't know, some days I kind of don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I just feel like I'm just sort of swaying. And those fucking blow-up dolls you see outside of the car dealership and just blow in the wind? I feel like that right now. And I'm usually the type that it's fucking lock in and grind your way out of the problem, but that is not what's going to help me right now. And I've never been in a position where the advantageous thing to do is to say nothing and do nothing until certain things are put into place. And that's frustrating. And I've worked from home, so I hang with my kid all day and I do this stuff, and it's very isolating, which I'm okay with. I enjoy being in a basement by myself, resigned to my work, so to speak. But it can get kind of lonely considering what my life used to be like. And I think a lot of that has to do with just being a dad, and I'm in my mid-30s, and I just don't, it's really hard to have a social life when you have a fucking 3-year-old. It's just doing anything with a 3-year-old is like planning a fucking bank heist. It's just really hard. So any of you people out here that are bitching about life's hard, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have kids, please just go fuck yourself and just do it, dude. Just do it. Go into debt, fucking fuck your life up. It doesn't matter. But you don't have kids. Because as soon as you have kids, everything changes. And not just things are expensive or whatever, but you change. And a lot of times you don't change in a way to where you're I think I want to take way more risks now. Usually you become way more risk averse and you lose something, which is why, circling back, AI stuff has been really good for me. It's been a way for me to spend a lot of time with my son. Anybody I've ever respected or looked up to, any adults I know, when I was about to have my son, I would ask them, any advice, any parental advice? And they would just be spend as much time with them when they're young as you can. Don't let it go. Because it does go away. It goes away fast. And you never get it back. And there's no way to get it back. And money won't solve it. Money won't get it back. Nothing will. And so, on a personal level, I am glad that for the past 10 years or so, I've been able to be in control of my own time. And I've been able to make a living off of my creativity and my ideas through a lot of different ways. And it certainly hasn't been easy, and I certainly haven't made a ton of money. But you know, you figure it out somehow, one way or another. But as I've been just sort of sitting by myself for this past month, just waiting on this decision to get made or that decision to get made, and waiting on potentially big things or potentially terrible things, and I'm just sitting here and I'm just stuck, and I feel like sometimes I can feel the life force like draining out of my body. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I feel like death is coming for me in some way that I can't really understand. Like it's already happened and I don't know it yet. Like I'm trapped on the other side of something and I'm watching this whole other life happen. And it's fucking weird. I've never felt like this before, and I've never been through anything like this before. But the one thing I will say is, however hard this past year has been, or however good it's been, I'm insanely grateful for you, whoever you are, wherever you are. If you've taken the time to watch my stuff, to like my stuff, to share it, to show it to other people, you have helped keep my family alive. You've helped keep me sane. And I'd like to think you've helped do some good in the world, and that I'm doing some good in the world. A lot of people tell me really kind things and really encouraging things, completely unprovoked. And it fucking blows my mind. And it makes me really happy to know that my stuff can have that kind of effect on people. But sometimes I wonder if I fucked everything up by taking this risk, and that I just wasted a bunch of time. And I don't think I did, but only time will tell.